Gorgeous one, Kerrianne here. So, earlier today, my lovely postman delivered a special package to me, and it was my signature Ruby Woo Red lipstick. Can't tell you how much I love those babies. That's actually the first time I've ever ordered them online. I usually go into the MAC store and pick them up, and I do have another special one that is a really gorgeous blue pink that I get as well. But they arrived in the post today, and that was really cool. And the reason I thought about telling this story today is because that is one of my super low maintenance ways that I stay on brand. And I've got this special little, I don't think there's any way around it. It's a special little elephant. It's a crystal elephant that my daughter gave to me, and you'll notice that it's got my favorite ring on it. And inside there are a couple of pairs of sparkly earrings, depending on my mood, darling. And of course, my signature blue red Ruby Woo lipstick. So I can be, from scratch, I can be on brand in just under a couple of minutes. And it got me thinking about what are a few things that you could do to your brand today to make a difference in a couple of minutes. So I came up with this little list for you, and the great thing is you can do all of them immediately and they will have a big effect. Now, actually, what is the big deal about these little tweaks? Well, my red lipstick, you know, it is a part of my brand, a big part of my brand. I've got it on the wall behind me. My beautiful friend Gina sent me this fabulous, it's a Costa Boda red glass lipstick. So, and I've been wearing red lipstick since, oh gosh, the 90s. Like, it's always, well, for all of my adult life, it's been an important part of how I show up in the world. And it's not only a message to other people about how I'm showing up, it's a message to myself. And so all these things we do that are parts of our brand, they've got to be authentic, they've got to be an integral part of you. And those little things that add up make you completely unique and individual and memorable. So it's about getting the most kind of memorability out of all the simple things that you do. So here's my little list for you today. The first thing is update your photographs. Now, that might be on your social media, it might be on your website, but just grab a photograph that's recent, that you love, and get rid of the old one that's been hanging around for too long. If you haven't got any up-to-date photographs, at a pinch, grab someone that you trust and just get them to take a photograph on your mobile phone. Phones these days, their cameras are as good as SLRs were years ago. So just update it, and please, no soft focus. Don't do it. I have noticed a friend of mine has been doing some soft focus recently. I must have a word with her, because I think it breaks trust. Yeah, do we all wish we had a couple less wrinkles? Yes, of course we do. But the last thing you want is people showing up in person, meeting you, and sort of doing a double take and thinking, wow, that's really, like, that's not a match. I think it really destroys trust, and it breaks confidence, and that's your brand, you know, diminished. So don't do that. Number 2 is intentionally choose a color palette that it reflects your personality, and it reinforces your message, and it suits your personal style. So my colors, I've got, I'm doing the opposite here. So I've got my gorgeous pink and blue that have been part of my brand forever. And I have some other accent colors that I use. I've really recently introduced this light gray palette into my brand, which I'm really, really pleased with as well. And I'm using the stronger colors a bit more sparingly, and a charcoal I've also introduced into my brand. Brands aren't static, they do change. We change, so naturally they change to keep up with us. But make sure that your color palette is strong and that you've chosen it very consistently and consciously, and use it, because that makes you memorable. People just see your colors and they know that's you, and it sticks in people's minds. And my third fabulous tip for you today, gorgeous one, is that you could update your expert title. So that's something I play around with for myself from time to time. And I think that actually all aspects of our brand do want a little bit of a tinker with, at least on a yearly basis. But my expert title has been a few things, and at the moment and for the foreseeable future, it is simply that I am a brand architect. So, you know, sometimes simplicity is the best, but that is definitely something that you can do in under a couple of minutes. All three of those things you could probably do in 5 minutes and make a significant difference to your brand's impact and memorability. So that's it. Thank you for joining me today for these 3 tips. I'd love if you could implement 1, 2, or all 3 of them. I'd love for you to put it in the comments. Either way, send me a heart or a like or a kiss, whatever you like. I'll send you one back. It'll be read, of course. And I look forward to seeing you soon. In the meantime, of course, as always, be unforgettable.